Hello, everyone. Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers live again, and we're going to continue to work on checking out and really emphasizing this build. Let's make sure everything is Daijobu, Genki Deska. And see, missing this laser pointer, key problem there. So let's go make sure it's on the King Breaker as well. And it was not. Key problems there. So always make sure those are attached with this build because that's going to make this with the pulse, the weapon damage increase. You're going to want to get the weapon damage increase because then from the turmoil, it's amplified damage. Amplified. Just awesome. So you definitely want to make sure that gets done. And we also want to save this build since we are running this build on each character. Go ahead and delete that one. And we're going to change that to overwrite this one. And we're going to name change it to, Elvis. In Turmoil. And let's see. And we're going to run heroic. And we're going to. And away we go. Opus Zombie, welcome, welcome, Opus Zombie. We are live, Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers, and we have a 31,000 score runner with us. And his expertise level is on his equipment is just 12, and we have a second member. Welcome, and check him out. We are live on YouTube, Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers. He is running a very similar build with the Exodus gloves. Kind of Patrick Wolf emphasized that build and some of the other people. Man, Patrick may have got this build right off this guy, but Patrick really likes it. I liked this version. Again, we call this Elvis in Turmoil because the king of rock and roll was Elvis, and we're using the King Breaker and the rock and roll shotgun with the Turmoil. And with two of us running this, that's pretty cool. Let's let me get up here and make sure that I'm monitoring any chat on the monitoring. And again, we are live on Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers. Thank you for playing along. How you doing, Opus? Away we go, and we have the box over there from the nothing special. Great job so far, guys. Really didn't expect any difficulty from you two. I actually expected a pretty good run. So what? And let's see what we have in this black test box. And then the gazebo we go. Awesome. Any other name guys you guys can have? Call them out if you see them, and I will not shoot them. I got my two. Excellent job, everyone. Very good flanking maneuvers. Good, good discipline. Um, if somebody went down, they got right back up. Awesome job. Awesome job. Ouch. Got too aggressive. Love that leader. Oh no, that's not good. was an epic fight. Oh yeah, I'm lending it a hand and foot. Okay, so we got those two done. West Potomac Park. And the stench is definitely still here. Awesome. So as of right now, the snitch seems to be hanging out here in Black Tusk area. And got a bounty over there we can finish. That's an activity in West End and Black Suns. Second on that chunga is to get behind him. If you got multiple layers, get on, flank him on both sides. Definitely whoever can shoot him in the butt, make him explode, make him drop his, weak point egg. Even though I didn't think that was still going on, we're going to try to find out what's going to happen once I get that 100. So I thought I had those maxed out on each character. And I thought since it was Easter, it was done, but maybe it's not. Okay, so so that's the I guess my character number 4, which we're doing second. That's the daily on it. So we got another exotic piece. Let's go ahead and open all this stuff. Okay, so that ends stream number 2 for the day. Um, Doing our dailies for the second character, actually the fourth one on my list, but second one today. I'll be back in about 15 minutes to a half hour, and we will do number 3. Again, testing out the Elvis build. We've been doing heroics. Heroic checkpoint got us down 3 times, but the heroic, uh, we kind of got aggressive once, and the guy we were with went down as well. We had to restart over, able to walk right through it. Um, so a little too aggressive. When you get up into the heroic and legendary content with this build, but it definitely can handle it. Uh, just some of the gameplay that we're a little too aggressive on. Everyone tuned in, thank you very much. Again, we'll be back in anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. We'll do a quick break, get some stuff, maybe cook some lunch real quick, and at the end we'll be back with character number 3 and more play testing of the Elvis and Turmoil build. One last thing, we'll go over this one more time. It is called Elvis because it is rock and roll and the king breaker. The king of rock and roll was Elvis. And Elvis in Turmoil is because of this newer knee pad that has it's very unique. You cannot expertise it. So you can't level it up, but it does have a tremendous ability. Now, at first glance, it looks like something that should have been maybe an April Fool's joke, or and maybe it was created to be April Fool's. You choose one, but it does damage to somebody else. Well, it's amplified damage, and the uh, amplified weapon damage starts getting dealt to another uh, enemy 30 meters away instead of the one you're hitting. So if you hit the big guys, the biggest guys in the field, and you're dealing with them, it's killing people that's in hiding, that's back in the back, that can't see you, you can't see them. It's killing them if they're within 30 meters. And usually I'll hear people run up behind me, and then I'll hear when they're dying because I'm shooting the guy in front of me, and it's killing the people behind me because we're all on top of each other. Really amazing build. Um, don't know how long it's going to be before it gets nerfed or how it gets done. And what we're going to do is we really like this build, so we're getting the weapons um, up to speed on the expertise, and that takes a lot of uh, exotic components. We're going to need 6 or 7 just to get up one more level on the rock and roll. So, and then to get level 27, it's going to take another 8. So it's going to take like 15 or 16 exotics just to go up 2 levels on that gun. And then we're going to get the Kingbreaker up there as well. Um, So that's why it's called the King of Rock and Roll, and the attribute that works so well with Heartbreaker, just like it's always been. You use the laser pointer. That's why you have to run the specialist, so you can get your laser pointer and make sure that you have that equipped. Meaning that when you modify your weapons, you're not going to be able to use exotics. Yeah, Eagle Bear doesn't work here because you want that laser pointer right there. That linked laser pointer you can only get on the specialist as an under barrel attachment. With that said, Memento, what that does is running the Memento. Now, some people have been running other builds and they use the Exodus gloves and so they can shoot from cover, and that works. It does work, but excuse me. Um, why the Memento? I like the Memento build so much is because it drops these um, collectible trophies that you pick up, and you get +5 weapon damage, +4 uh, 10 armor bonus. So you're getting armor and then you get skill efficiency, which really doesn't help you in this build per se. Maybe a little bit with the turret I run, or make your shield last a little longer. So it does help on that, especially if you run the shield. But every trophy, you're getting 1% more weapon damage. And because it's amplified damage, half of that 1% that you're getting is going to another enemy that's killing them even quicker. Again, amplified damage. And amplified damage is much better. It's multiplicable. Again, nobody has been able to do the Ubisoft map perfectly. A lot of people got very close and researched it. And we do know that amplified damage is the way to go. If it's a regular damage or a damage bonus, but it's not amplified, it's just amplified makes it so much bigger. And that's the build. Elvis and Turmoil, really like it. Um, some of the other versions of the build, we've had the exotic pistol up here. Orbit works fine. Again, we the only time I pull the pistol out with this build is to run faster to another location, and you can do that with any pistol. So, but you can because you're not running an exotic weapon in 1 or 2 slots. You can run one of your exotics here. Your Regulus is what I would usually put here. But again, hardly ever use it, only pull it out to run faster to the next location. That's what we're play testing today, and we really, really seem to love it. Um, I've always had the Elvis build here before the knee pads. I think I ran 4 piece, and I think I had a mask that was not Heartbreaker. I think I ran the knees Heartbreaker. That's why the mask is only 12, because on the expertise. And like I say, the only drawback that I see with the Turmoil is that right now you cannot um, make it expertise. It was a gift. As you can see at the bottom, it was granted to us. I don't know if you're a new player, it might be in your um, it might be in your stash. under your mailbox. Check that. There's the grants right there. Double check and make sure you see if you have the Turmoil in your grant box. And like I say, we'll run 2 more sessions today with character number 3 and number 4. And then maybe I will start working on actual video instead of live video for new players on what has changed. And we've definitely been having a theme on how to get your items up to this 28% bonus. So again, if you get any weapon up to expertise level, it can go to 28. First, you got to get everything proficient. As you can see, 418 items available right now to get proficient, and all of them on my character is proficient. And the highest you can get right now with all that done and all the math is level 28 and 60 of 90. So 2/3 of the way to being level 29. If you have everything expertised out, that's the way to go. We seen a guy today. We played the content earlier today, heroic, and we had 32,000 watch score. And you're like, guy's got to be cheating. And I'm telling you, 2 or 3 years ago when I was real streaming a lot, there was a young lady from, I think she was former military, and she was out of Toronto, and she's a YouTuber, and she just runs content every day and runs like 6-8 hours a day, and she did everything on heroic, the hardest level she could, and she just melded everything like butter. And she was in the 20s 3 years ago, like high 20s, like 26. I would not be surprised if, and we should look her up. I wouldn't be surprised if she stayed with it like she used to do. She might be in the 50s. She could easily be in the 50s. First 3 years, 26. She could easily be in the 50s, especially with all the multipliers we're having lately. And it's just, it's a grind. And yeah, it repeats, but there's so many new things going on. Definitely never, you never want to miss, like back here in the Golden Bullet, you had season, the event 5 times 5 multiplier and Golden Bullet. So that meant all the levels that you gained, for every 20 levels you gained, you could turn it into exotic and buy it. All the other stuff that you were getting. So every time you went up a level, you were 1/20th of the way toward buying an exotic cache off the vendor. And so that part of the season's really good. And we had a 10 times multiplier, I think, or something ungodly. But anyway, that one used to be able to max out like 15 levels and then you didn't have a multiplier. But this season, they let it go on pretty much a week. You could gain 1,000 levels before the multiplier disappeared. And I didn't even max it out. I grinded a solid week and was only 996 levels that I gained. So there it is. I'm going to take my lunch break, and you guys be peaceful. And if you got any questions, go ahead and put them on the videos, and I will definitely get back and answer. Thank you, Bear Essentials. I'm out of here. See you in a little bit.